So like definitely not the media mention right now, but like my kind of friends like bringing that girl that found in like the forest were really difficult, and I'm definitely specifically my question presentation that that girl would definitely be like some other alien who's exactly behind all the disappear happening and all that, and even like the disappear of that bill as well. Definitely my definitely the so like I'm considering like the scenario that I'm considering right now is basically for like Mike Corley convincing his friends to like let the girl stay in like Mike's basement for that night, and Mike will be telling them that like being that I will like reveal about like her them finding her and like bring her to like Mike's home to Mike's parents like the very next day. So like I'm also bringing like then Mike probably going to sleep, and then I'm also bringing uh, then I'm also bringing Mike to totally go to sleep, and then I'm also bringing by then like Steve would have left like Mike's sister's room, and I'm also bringing it would be like the middle of the night, and at that point, I was whispering like the girl would be all by herself on like the basement, and at that point, I was whispering the girl alien like basically being able to like precisely sense like someone with like high IQ on that uh very building on that very home. So like that was especially my cooking stuff. So like I'm also trying in like the middle of the night, I'm also trying next the girl sneaking up towards like my sister's room, and I'm also trying entering into like my sister's room, like the girl totally shifting back into its like original alien form. And at that point, I was putting it would only, and I'm also currently like microsystem will be like definitely sleeping, but like while having like a light bulb on. That's definitely my decision. So like I'm also bring like that light bulb once again like flickering, and basically like exactly like in a kind of like a similar manner to how Will disappeared and the something like a microsister as well disappearing in such a manner. But like I'm remembering the only difference would be like my sister and the disappearing would be totally disappearing while she would be in her sleep, and while without her realizing like that alien about to attack her, like I'm disappearing like my sister like getting affected and disappearing like those scenario that I'm doing. So like I'm disappearing like the very next scenario is like the very next day Mike being woken up by potentially an extremely worried parents of Mike is like the scenario that I'm disappearing, and they will be totally like asking Mike as if like he knows anything about like his sister like asked like where his sister is and basically and all that. So like at that point Mike realizing that like his sister is like missing. So like at that point I'm also bring Mike totally uh instantly like worried Mike like first like deciding to like check like the basement, and like he let that girl stay for that night. So like I'm also bring there like I'm also bring Mike totally not surprisingly not finding that girl there. It's like the scenario that I'm also bring. So Michael's parents would have only searched that basement even before that, and I'm also covering like there. Even then, like I'm also covering that, and I'm also covering maybe two puzzles, like exactly like how this alien have like the power to disappear people, like make people disappear. I'm also covering it. Maybe like the alien as well would be having like that ultimate power of camouflage, where like it too might be able to like make itself disappear as well. It's also definitely my possibility. Maybe that might be how like the girl would be staying hidden while like the parents would be like checking like the basement. And maybe like it might temporarily just leave my home and basically like hide somewhere right out there. It's like around like the scenario that I'm delivering. So like without much delay itself, I'm just thing like Mike was not totally being confused as to like the disappearance of like that girl in like the basement. So like at that point, I'm different without much delay. Said the sheriff, my spouse would have called the sheriff. So like the sheriff showing up to like microphone, and like and the sheriff checking. And at that point, I'm different like the sheriff like totally checking like the entirety of like my first home and like the basement and everything. And I'm different like the sheriff still not being able to like find any clues as to like what caused like the disappearance of my sort of like the scenario that I'm just about to bring. So like I'm learning like the sort of leaving country, and I'm also putting like Mike totally the putting maybe at that point I was putting for like the sort the question first question Mike's parents, and then questioning Mike just like the scenario that I was putting. And at that point I was putting Mike like me lying to like the sort of about like him having seen like Steve enter like the room of like Mike's sister like the previous night. So I'm considering maybe Mike probably initially thinking along the lines that basically maybe like Steve and Mike stuff might have gone off from the for like a trip or for like a trip or something. Could be along the lines Mike could be thinking. So I'm considering Mike maybe not taking like the disappearance of like Mike's stuff seriously at all. It's also like a possibility that I'm considering Mike not being able to initially connect his sister's disappearance to to have to be of like the same scenario of like Jill's disappearance. Initially, it's like the scenario that I'm considering. So Mike could be totally thinking that like his sister might have gone off on a trip with Steve, and so I'm considering Mike to totally lie to like the sheriff about him not knowing anything about his sister's disappearance and all that. It's like the scenario that I'm considering, and I'm considering Mike totally also thinking along the lines that basically he even revealed about uh, seeing Mike's Mike, considering Mike at that point was it only lying to the sheriff also because Mike would also if Mike even reveals that basically he had seen Steve entering the room of Mike's sister the previous night. Then at that point Mike would also be forced to basically reveal to the sheriff that basically the sheriff would obviously question Mike as to how Mike saw that, and basically so Mike would have to reveal to the sheriff that basically Mike had in the middle of the previous night had left to the precise location where Bill had disappeared, which precisely the sheriff had precisely threatened and warned Mike and his friends to never go to that location. So them heading off to that location and then basically even Mike would be totally intimidated of and scared of the sheriff that Mike the last thing Mike would want to so we to basically reveal that about what Mike did the previous night to the sheriff is the name of the representative. So I'm just Mike totally lying to the sheriff about not knowing anything about the sister's disappearance, and I'm just the sheriff totally leaving and I'm just supporting and I'm just supporting maybe just maybe the sheriff maybe able to certainly tell that Mike is hiding something and it's lying, but I'm just supporting the sheriff for the time being deciding to um deciding to not further question Mike for the time being. But definitely the sheriff would have marked Mike as basically uh, as a relevant person connected, possibly having something knowing some sort of information maybe connecting to this person disappearance. So I'm considering for the time being the sheriff deciding to no question for the Mike father and basically the sheriff leaving is the scenario that I'm looking. So once the sheriff leaves, I'm just everything Mike once again deciding to go back to his basement. At that point Mike would be shockingly seeing that girl right there in the basement. It's the scenario that I'm resolving. And at that point I'm just preparing for Mike to maybe think along the lines of that girl might have been probably scared of Mike's parents and maybe also the sheriff, and maybe that might be the professor reason for her. Uh, maybe she might have hid somewhere when the sheriff and the Mike's parents were checking the basement for Mike's sister. It's definitely my personal impression. So I'm was preparing Mike totally deciding that basically like maybe Mike thinking around the lines of not do anything that care that well. So I'm considering maybe Mike for the time being deciding, and Mike would want to unlock the memories. Mike would be totally also thinking around the lines that if Mike spends time with questioning and spends time with that girl eventually might be able to unlock her memories that she's not able to access right now, and she would be the key to basically as to she would be the first person since she basically appeared in the middle of the night in the first location where Bill had disappeared. Mike would be only thinking on the lines that she might actually know if she's able to recover her memory, she might actually know the truth behind Bill's disappearance as to where Bill might actually even be and all that. So precisely because of this reason, I'm also bring Mike deciding to basically for the time being deciding to like uh, move the girl to Castle Bio. So definitely my person to remember. So I'm also bring Mike telling that girl to basically stay in that precise basement, stay and hide in that precise basement for that entire day, and I'm also bring Mike uh, telling that girl that basically and I'm also bring and I'm also maybe Mike telling that girl that we would move you to some somewhere safe during night. So like until then, like to stay hidden in that basement. So like I was bringing like the middle of the night, like I was bring Mike totally, and I was bring maybe during the daytime, like I was bring Mike might even thought it's like after the sheriff leaves, like Mike and after like Mike seeing like the girl in like the basement, like at that when I'm bring maybe like Mike falling his like front over again, and I'm bring in that basement, like basically the bring like Mike and his friends like once again like trying to like unlock like the memories that like the girl has lost. So like I'm bring them like questioning her. Asking all sorts of questions to her, like, but still I'm preparing like it all resulting in like it all being like totally pointless and yielding no results like the scenario that I'm doing. So like suddenly I'm bringing like the middle of the night, like Mike totally along with like his friends, like totally moving and transporting like that world from like Mike's replacement to like Castle Bios, like the scenario that I'm doing totally perfect. Like that would said like Mike and friends like they're transporting her to Captain Bios is definitely my contribution. And like I'm also bring like Mike would be like acting out in like an extremely empathetic manner, and I'm also bring Mike would be providing her with like all the supplies and everything, like with all the food and like all the things like that. I'm also bring like and so like from that point on, Castle Bios would be like the official base and meeting point for like Mike and his like friend as for like their whole investigate personal and private investigation into like trying to find out about like Will disappearance and save Will and all that, especially my personal conversation. So I was liberated from that point on, like I was liberating like the meeting of Mike and his friends, like being shifted from like the basement of like Mike's home to that precise castle by location, where like whenever they will be showing up there, like the precise girl would be like certainly presented casting bias like in the scenario that I'm delivering and the impression. Definitely not the impression, but I'm speaking on the very that like in the very middle of this exact night, like I'm putting like that precise girl that might let's stay in my placement in the very middle of that night, like basically like causing the disappearance of my sister, like the scenario that I'm delivering, and I'm delivering initially when the second time I was in the I'm on to like I'm delivering like Mike initially thinking that basically she would have totally gone off somewhere with like Steve. But like I'm considering without much great delay at all, like I'm considering like definitely the sheriff would be like figuring out about like my sister having that boy by the name Steve and all that. So like I'm considering the sheriff totally finding Steve and like the sheriff totally questioning Steve, and I'm considering Steve totally revealing about like him showing up to like the room of like my sister on that very night and everything. And I was wondering like get like I was wondering maybe like Steve not revealing about like Mike like having seen Steve on that very night, and Mike like on the middle of that very night heading out, and that being how like Mike had even seen Steve, like basically and those brings Steve totally forgetting to like leave to reveal that detail to like the sheriff, like and those brings Steve to only reveal Mike was being questioned by the sheriff, and those brings Steve only revealing that like he had basically gone up to Michael's sister's home on that very night and he had left basically. And it was after that like Michael's sister's like the disappearance had happened, and all that basically Steve basically confessing and revealing to like the sheriff like the scenario that I was doing. So like straight away like the sheriff like even reporting and informing not reporting but like informing to like Mike's family that basically uh like that like Michael's sister like basically has like not gone out with like her boyfriend Steve or anything like basically along such lines. So like at that point I'm about to bring and I'm about to bring at that point would be when like I'm about to bring Mike's family as well as like Mike would be even more seriously worried, especially my they would be like even more worried, and it would only at that point that I'm about to bring like Mike realizing that Steve has not gone off anywhere, like, and it's just a sister alone that's like missing. Like at that point, I was bringing like Mike to totally absolutely seriously feel worried for his sister, and starting to think along the lines of like basically her sister's disappearance, probably having connection to like Will's disappearance. Just like there the scenario that I was bringing, and at that point, I'm also putting like Mike totally even thinking along the lines of like basically him having found that girl in like the on that very exact night on the very exact location, and where like his friend like Bill had disappeared, and him having brought that stranger bird to like Mike's home, maybe having connection to like his sister's disappearance on that very night, like basically maybe number but like I'm going to bring Mike and maybe his conflicting thing along the lines that basically um, whoever might have might have abducted because like even then I was bring my kind of like from having absolutely no idea that like the possibility of like an alien behind like the abduction and disappearance. So like I was bring my kind of friends like still thinking along the lines of it might have been just like someone like some human like abducting all these people would be along the lines like Mike would be thinking. So like I was bring like Mike and which maybe thinking along the lines of like basically whoever had basically abducted live. Uh, Abducted will might have also abducted this girl as well. And I'm wondering like that person might have then abandoned this girl in that location where like uh, he had also like abducted Will and basically that but like that that abductee might that person who abducted all these people might have still been present in that place forest. So like and that person might have seen like Mike and his friends like like my kind of friends like getting like that girl to like microphone and that might be how like that person abduction that person who abducted all these people might have followed secretly followed them and basically might have came to like microphone and he might have then abducted Mike's sister that way like so that it will be only along such lines that I'm also prepping that might and like thinking like without like having like even like the remote of the steps of even affect the possibility of like that precise girl stranger girl that basically they are like they had brought to like my might have brought to the home where probably being like the such reason for all this affection happening like I'm just wondering like my can like not being able to like figure that out until only like the various individuals of like living scenario that I'm also delivering and method advantage. And so because of this reason, like I'm delivering Mike and his friends, basically my personal impression that like my kind of friends will be only genuinely blindly think that basically that is like innocent, absolutely innocent, and hence like I'm delivering Mike totally being adamant about like moving up to like casting buyers and like Mike totally acting out in an extremely empathetic manner and providing her with like all the food and all the supplies and everything is like the scenario that I'm delivering and like an absolute friendship being formed. Like even though Mike is like currently totally empathetic towards that girl, while Mike's friends are like totally not at all. I'm just bring like eventually, but like with them spending more and more time with that girl, I'm just bring an absolute bond of friendship to be formed between like Mike and his friends towards that girl. But like I'm also think maybe like since that girl is definitely could definitely be that alien, like I'm also bring like her to like still uh, not be forming any bond of absolute friendship or anything like my friends, but like but different like that alien would be totally seeing as like my kind of friends as like people that as like humans that it can study and learn from, and basically for it's like for like its advantage, so that like definitely that alien's ultimate goal will be to form the extermination of like the entire affected humans and basically elimination of extinction of like the entire affected humans and for like the aliens to like roll over like the entire affected world might be like the actual goal and intent of like the precise alien who will be that girl is definitely my personal impression. Like definitely my personal impression right now. So like Mike and his friends plan to like to get the girl to like in the next day to like sneak around and bring that to the order and that way to like get the girl back to where or she came from. Like they did that plan and that's so definitely not about the success at all. Especially because like I'm definitely praying for like the girl herself like agreeing to that plan. This is like the definite scenario that I'm looking for and I'm going to bring that took place happened precisely and I'm specifically my considering mentioned that like of like micro sisters with the parents that like very night and I'm considering like the sheriff like showing up to Mike's home like the next day and basically it will be precisely after the sheriff leaves that when Mike will be going down to like the race at that point like Mike totally being socially finding out like the girl right there present right there and that place and then before that like Mike would also shock with like the sheriff even something Mike's home and still not finding like the girl in like the basement. So like at that point, I was bring Mike after the sheriff leaves. I'm definitely bring Mike to totally tell that girl, Mike to like try to like move on with that exact plan of Mike and telling the girls to like basically take around like the front door and to ring the bell. But like at that point, I was bringing like the girl, like the alien would be able to like sense that what Mike is trying to plan, and I'm going to bring like that would be like the last thing that the alien would be wanting. So like I'm going to bring like the alien that completely disagree to Michael's plan with like the scenario that I'm looking at. And that being like that next twist that will be happening. That will be totally like forcing like Mike to like not have any other option but to like change up his plan. So like I'm preparing like then Mike totally deciding. And it will be at that point like I'm considering like Mike would be calling his like friends as well to like the basement of like Mike's song. And it would be at that point that they would be like discussing and finally come to the decision to like basically move the girl to like a castle bio. It's like the scenario, the scenario that I'm just all and my person to the impression. So like my person to the impression right now is for like the girl, the aliens being like so really afraid of something and basically right now like that girl even being sad while like something while like just like the nose of thunder like I'm different maybe it might have my personal impression of that maybe it might have to do with like the alien like initially being absolutely happily living in its like precise dimension form of like the aliens as like as like the number 11 alien. So like I'm just wondering what might have happened would be like these precise scientists in like that energy laboratory basically as part of like their experiment like opening up like a portal either consciously or due to like most likely I'm also wondering it might have been like a conscious opening of like a portal it's like energy portal or something settling across them causing this like alien to like basically get dragged get dragged away out of its like home. This number exact number 11 alien to get dragged away out of its home and basically for it to like especially land into like the human world. It alone to land into like the human world and straight away the portal might have closed up. It's definitely meant to be better. So like at that point, like when precisely this number 11 alien might have landed into like this world of living, like at that point, like world of the humans, like at that point, like the very first noise it might have heard would be like the noise of thunder. This definitely might be the version, and this might be the precise reason for like it being even scared of like the noise of thunder. That is, the noise of thunder would be always reminding like the alien of like basically how it has lost its like home and is like now trapped into like the world of humans and basically also trying like the sound of like thunder, even making like the alien, the girl, even sad will be also because of this reason. Definitely my positive also, like my other person theory impressions that basically maybe there are like currently two aliens and not one. Like I'm also thinking that they when like through like the whole experience in like the energy laboratory, like I'm also thinking that like the very first scientist was had disappeared. Like at that point, like I'm also thinking as part of some energy experiment, like some energy portal might have opened up into like the dimension of these aliens, and basically two aliens might have entered into like the human world, respectively my other personal theory and version and with like the current girl like with like the number 11 alien like basically that would be like the truth alien while the other alien would be like the alien villainous alien that's like often the disappearance of like that was like the disappearance of like the scientist as well as will especially my personal theory and this alien like villainous alien might have like the power of like electricity and thunder. Definitely my personal theory and version this might be the reason for like the girl who would be like the good alien is like totally afraid of thunder and electricity. It's also my personal image. So like I'm just different with like and this would be the first reason for like my personal image is that it being like precisely the villain alien that might have totally like formed like Will's home and basically the for that Will's mother's answered like basically when the phone getting like electrocuted like basically all that might have to do with this like electric and thunder power that like this villainous alien might always definitely my person range and that phone call I'm still thinking about the range that like that phone call might have definitely been a threat by the villainous alien. It's definitely my person theory and question for like absolutely no one to like go after it is also definitely my person theory and question. So like and I'm afraid it might be like the villainous aliens desire to like basically to cause like the extinction of like the entire species humans and basically for like the aliens to like take over like the uh, human world is also definitely a possibility that I'm considering. So like and it might be like the villainous alien that might be like laying all the eggs and everything. It's also definitely my person to be like it might want to like increase its numbers and basically cause like a war like or like a takeover of like the entire and like that way like an extinction of like the entire experience. It's also like a possibility that I'm considering. So like maybe in order for it to like study it like it would be seeing like the humans as like enemies that it needs to like at one point in like the future want to like terminate. So like not to like study its enemy. Maybe it might be due to that reason that that villainous alien might be causing the disappearance of like the individuals with like high IQ in like the human world to like study a lot for like what it considers as like enemy that it wants like easily wipe out humans. Definitely my personal example. So this might be the precise reason for like the big alien being like totally afraid of like the electric and lightning. It's definitely my personal impression. So like my personal impression also for like the girl who would be most likely the good alien, like her being like really even her even feeling sad in like the middle of the night, like at the sound at the noise of like lightning. It might have to do like the number 11 alien, like someone, like another alien who might have been like extremely close to that alien might have had its like that light taken by this like exact villain of alien with like the thunder and electric power. Definitely my person right. So like the lightning, the noise of lightning might have reminded like the ghost alien of that precisely villain of alien and of like the depth of like that such alien that was like totally close to that good alien. It's definitely my personal favorite, and hence the sadness of like the good alien is definitely my personal favorite. So like right now I'm leaning more to like this exact theory that basically the girl with like the with Mike and his friends would be like precisely the good alien, while like the alien that's like of the appearance of will would be like the bad villainous alien. And that alien will be the precise alien that will be also having like the power of lightning and electricity, and that might be like the precise alien that might have even sent that thunder or electricity into like the phone call of like into like the phone call of like Bill's mother as well. Certainly my person reimbursement. According to my person reimbursement, that is sitting on to basically that like the number 11 alien, like the girl, is like the number 11 alien, like why it would be like the alien also പറയും like it might be actually and by it is like that the alien would be totally afraid of like the bad villainous alien who would be having like the person like the power of lightning and thunder like they believe. Even then my personal impression that like it would definitely be like the good alien would be desperate to like get revenge and bring down like the bad alien. It's definitely my personal impression. So that's because of like it might want to like the good alien might want to get revenge and stop like the bad alien. Precisely because of like most likely the bad villain alien might having like taken the life of like someone close to like this alien right before like the bad alien and the number 11 good alien might have been fallen into like the human world through that portal. Right before that might have been when like the death of uh, like an alien that is close to like the good alien might have been taken by might have been caused by like the witness alien. Definitely my opinion. So like I'm going to bring statistic capture that will and bring down that villain alien might be like the ultimate goal of like the number 11 good alien. Definitely my opinion. And that might be the precise reason for like the good alien even searching around for like it might have been like through like the good alien number 11 alien searching around to find like the bad alien that might have even ended up in like the precise location where like Bill had disappeared. This also definitely my positive impression. So it's even like the girl like Mike and friends even finding that girl even in the precise spot where like Bill had gone missing in like the middle of the night might have been precisely that number 11 good alien searching for like the bad alien. It's definitely bad villain alien there. It's definitely my positive impression. Like again, my positive impression that is sitting on the present number, depending it would be like the villainous bad alien that like basically laying all the text. Like I'm considering like eventually for like the villainous alien to like create its own like army of like a bunch of aliens. So like I'm considering like the eventual distant future scenario where like that final showdown fight that I'm considering is for like the villainous alien with like the power of lightning and it's like minions like basically also then as well all those minion aliens as well also was most likely considering like the power of lightning versus like the actual good alien like number 11 alien and Mike and his like friend like basically maybe by then in like the distant future they would have grown up and those differing like Mike and his friend along with like the number 11 good alien and like along with like the sheriff and his like team as well team of like Bob as well like basically them all together like and maybe I'm considering eventually in that distant future maybe like Dr. Runner and his like team of scientists as well uh, would be also eventually be joining with like the team of like the sheriff and like Mike and friends and like the good alien to precisely fight off against like the villain of alien and it's like army of like aliens. Like maybe that like prevention showdown fight that will be happening in like the very distant future. It's also like an Avenger possible scenario that I was developed like and so like my according to my version while like the girl would be like most likely be like the good alien and while like the girl is like number 11, I'm also putting like the bad villain of the alien would be either number 1 or like I'm trying to be number 12 was definitely my collaboration. And as for like the precise alien that might have been probably close to like the number 11 alien that like the villainous alien might have taken the life of and the three might be like number 10. That alien might have been like the number 10. So like I'm just putting like the number 11 alien would be trying to get revenge and bring down like number 12 alien or like number 1 alien for like the death of its like best friend will be like the number 10 agent. Certainly member great. So like definitely member in the same position right now. I've got like the girl in front of like Michael like basically saying bad people and then pointing pointing her finger on her forehead and then onto Mike as well. Then but the fact like that would only have to do with like my generation that like if like Mike if anybody other than Mike and his friends even found out about like this girl, then like the news would totally spread and reach those scientists and Dr. Brenner and his team. Then like they will be like showing up to like Mike's home at that point, and not only would be taking the life of the number 11 alien alone, but like would be also taking that straight away taking the life of like Mike and his family as well. It's definitely my dream. This would be what like that alien will be like number 11 alien is trying to save definitely my dream. So like anyone who comes into like contact with that this number alien 11 alien would be like all eliminated by Dr. Brenner and his like science team. Precisely to like get rid of like all sorts of evidence and for like anyone even like having seen like this like uh, seen or like having contact with like this like number 11 alien. It's definitely my driven. That information might be like that information would be like so extremely confidential that basically that like and I was wondering like it would just be about like the confidentiality because like I'm just wondering it would also have to do with like the impressions and like that's the reason for like Dr. Brenner and his team like taking the life of all those people like would be like not only to totally their main intent would be to like precisely protect like the information that like their laboratory experiments and of the experiment had caused like uh, had caused like aliens to like enter into like the human world and basically it was like that proved that man of that like the whole disappearance like was like all happening due to like the experiment conducted by the scientists in like the laboratory. Basically, that information reaching like the public would be like one thing. The last thing the Brenner and his like science team would want, and not only due to like them that way get supposedly of them that we're getting to like serious legal trouble would be like seriously high. Them getting arrested would be like seriously high, but like not only that, but like they won't be it like the news spread out to like the public. Then at that point, like they are like energy laboratory as well would be like totally made to be closed and abandoned. So like at that point, like they won't be even able to like conduct future experiments as well. So like I'm referring to prevent all this like I'm referring like Brenner and his team would be like heartlessly like taking the life of anyone and everyone who comes into contact with this precise girl alien. Just the number 11 aliens definitely my book into impression. Definitely my book into impression right now. That's where like once again like the mention of precisely 8 p.m. like with like the assembly on like the football field for like that's the parents of the like I'm preferring like even then I'm preferring even that very night at 8 p.m. and was like fairly right now putting nothing to go wrong. It's definitely not good impression. And the preferring like definitely the party of like Steve and that to precisely take place precisely during this exact 8 p.m. On that very night. So it was definitely my thoughts and and I'm also putting the whole current genuine sympathy that basically Mike's sister have towards like this brother. I'm also putting that sympathy to like eventually turn into like genuine affection and love towards it. It's definitely my personal impression. So like I'm also putting like it would be precisely this. this very I'm preparing like this party of Steve that which I'm preparing to definitely take place on 8 p.m. that very night. That will be the point where I'm preparing where like my sister would be like starting to lose interest of Steve. So definitely my cousin Ramos. Definitely I found my cousin Ramos was going to basically as for the party of Steve that which I'm preparing to be happening on definitely 8 p.m. that very night. Like, I'm preparing and definitely I'm going to bring my sister to definitely attend that party. And I'm going to bring that party I'm definitely putting Steve to like only do something that will be creating that absolute like from Mike's sister towards Steve. It's definitely my question for Fear and Rachel. And that coupled with like I'm going to bring like the coming days like I'm going to bring like definitely for like Mike's sister to like totally coincidentally running to like with brother and like I'm going to bring like even with even more sympathy come like my sister towards like this brother I'm going to bring that totally coupled with like the it's like form within my sister towards like Steve I'm going to bring that totally eventually resulting in like my sister probably falling in love with like this brother. It's definitely my person very much and I'm also bring like especially because of the reason I'm talking right now also definitely praying for like my sister not getting affected anytime soon. It's definitely my person very much and I'm also bring like my sister like totally falling for Will's brother. Uh, and I'm also bringing that totally making Steve extremely jealous. And I'm also bringing like Steve totally multiple times like picking a fight, making fun of like Will's brother and talking to Will's brother in like a condescending and sadistic manner. And I'm also bringing mocking poor Will's brother. And I'm also bringing like eventually for like the jealous Steve to like totally pick a fight. With like Will's brother and I'm preparing eventually I'm preparing like Will's brother to totally put Steve in this place like eventual scenario where I'm preparing I'm about to version like about the question theory I'm totally putting like it would be only after like a mutual feeling of like affection will be like eventually which are both the things to be eventually formed between like Will's brother and like Mike's sister. That it will be only after that I'm preparing all of a sudden like one day, like precisely during like 8 p.m. at night, like I'm preparing like Mike's sister to precisely get affected by the alien and disappearing just like that. It's like a scenario that I'm preparing. So like at that point for Will's brother on top of like the uh, extreme sadness and worry of like his like brother's disappearance like Will brother would be also having like this as well would be like that creating even more sadness and worry for like for Vin's brother as for like my disappearance is also my sister's disappearance is also definitely my concentration and that eventually ending up bringing Mike and Will's brother closer. Mike and his friends and Will's brother closer and like and also bringing them collectively would be like eventually most likely maybe would be like collectively like proceeding with their whole private investigation to find the thing as well as like Mike's stuff at that point. It was definitely my eventual possible scenario that I'm looking to bring in the English. So like the other possibility that I'm looking for is definitely for like the whole assembly, the football field assembly at school at 8 p.m. like basically. So by that will be taking place and the difference maybe for like Mike and like friends precisely uh, certainly during that 8 p.m. time and those different like Mike and his friends like sneaking out their home and basically and Mike would be like taking the friends like I'm bring like carrying like the girl on his like bike and bicycle and basically and them all like deciding to like head off together to like once again at like 8 p.m. to like search for coincidentally they will be like precisely leaving at 8 p.m. To precisely search once again in like the middle of the night secretly and stealthily search for Will in that precise location where like Will had disappeared and in that precise location where they had found that girl. Definitely my Will information. But like as they would be heading over to that area, like I'm whispering, even before reaching there, I'm whispering like that precise girl sensing something. And it would be precisely like maybe like the presence of like the villains needed in some direction. And so like I'm whispering that number 11 with alien like that girl I'm also bring at that point itself like for telling Mike to like stop the bike and basically Mike stopping that bike and I'm going to bring it straight away like that girl running away in like a specific direction into like the fox like area. And so like I'm basically working at that point for like Mike and his friends like totally being confused and clueless, and I'm just like at that point Mike totally running after that girl, and I'm just so like his friends as well having like another option but to like follow up Mike. And so like I'm just them all will be like the three of them would be like chasing after that girl, would be like running off in like a specific direction, and I'm considering that at that direction like what like that girl might find would be like the number 11 alien girl might find would be most likely some sort of like an evidence connecting to like that villainous alien having been there uh, um, some time before. It's definitely my personal information. So like maybe it might be like a different or like I'm considering some sort of like an evidence connecting to like this villainous alien. It's definitely my personal information. So like I'm also bring at that point for Mike and his friends as well to see the like evidence and them not being able to like realize what it is like recognize or realize not recognize but like realize what that evidence actually means, and I'm going to bring then considering like Mike totally asking like that number 11 period about like what it is like what that like and why did it run towards that and what that evidence is and all that, and I'm also bring then I'm going to bring like the number 11 alien to like slowly start talking and slowly one by one, like bit by bit, like very bit by bit, like I'm going to bring like the number 11 alien like revealing. Uh, Maybe I'm going to bring it might not even reveal much at all because like right now it might only trust Mike. Like it might like the number 11 alien might not at all trust like my system. So like I'm going to bring maybe like the super good is either like the number 11 alien like revealing a bit about like the villainous alien to like Mike and his friends, and maybe at that point like Mike and his friends like having their mind blown and like the talking fine realization about like an alien presence and all that is definitely one possibility that I'm talking, or like the other possibility that I'm talking only thing. And if that's the case then I'm bring like then that girl as well being forced to reveal about her as well being another alien. And I'm considering it maybe like my system totally straight away disbelieving her. That's also like another possibility that I'm considering. And the only thing that is crazy, but maybe like Mike might be like 20% that might actually believe her. So like I'm considering maybe in such a manner, or like the other possibility is like her not revealing anything at all about like that evidence that she might be finding there, like her not revealing anything at all to like Michael's friends because of her not trusting Michael's friends. Then I was wondering maybe like once like Mike and that girl would be like returning back to like Michael's home, uh, back to like the basement. Like at that point, like she might like reveal a bit about like that evidence to like Mike at all, and Mike felt Mike to like not felt anything about it to his that is also like an eventual possible scenario that I'm discussing and my percentage. If this is the scenario, then my percentage and is that like precisely about considering like that villainous alien will be showing up in that precise location deep within before like precisely during like around 8 o'clock, and I'm considering at that point I'm considering like the school of like Mike and friends would be like also won't be like not at a far away distance from that precise location. So like I'm considering it to be precisely once like the 8 o'clock assembly in like the school's football field will be happening like there will be all bright lights there and everything, and then bring all those lights like collectively simultaneously like flickering precisely once like the scaling will be showing up to like the score by under the by the time like the number 11 good alien and Mike and friends will be making it to that location that alien would have. But like I'm considering this to like this a repetition, like I'm considering this to totally eventually turn into like a pattern, like a repetition pattern where like often like precisely often just like a light flickering issue, like I'm considering often repeating as like a pattern, and I'm considering eventually the sheriff spotting that pattern and eventually being able to connect like the disappearance to like this like disappearance of all these people to like this like possibly having a connection to this whole light flickering, sudden light flickering phenomenon as well. So like using the sheriff eventually being able to like, figure that out. And I was straight up interpreting like eventually for like the sheriff to totally in his like investigation to totally team up with like the teacher of like Hawkins school. So it's like those two is like will so much like basically that teacher totally like helping like the sheriff out a lot in his like investigation eventually. Him like basically like in doing his own investigation along with like the sheriff, like basically, which is like scientific knowledge, like him doing his own investigation and all that. So definitely, and eventually, then the sheriff and him like eventually totally working as like an absolute team, like an eventual scenario that I'm considering. But like I'm considering in like the distant future for precisely that teacher of like Hawkins school to definitely eventually disappear and get abducted by the villainous alien as well. It's like an eventual scenario that I'm considering for like the distant future. Like the new the Chindri and question right now I've got like linked brother and even leaving like the place of Hawkins like I'm considering it will be precisely definitely to like get Lonnie to bring Lonnie to like Hawkins and then to bring it to be precisely because of like a Vince brother like basically the last thing he would want would be to for like the sheriff to like waste precious time while he should be like focusing on like something for like when in that precise place of Hawkins like instead of him instead of doing that like the sheriff basically wasting his time and heading off all the way to get Lonnie and I'm also definitely Will's brother would be like well and fully aware as to like how difficult it is Lonnie is of like a person Lonnie would be that basically Lonnie would be like making all sorts of like issues and basically that way wasting a lot of time before like the sheriff would be even be able to like Lonnie would be creating a lot of trouble and issues and quarrel with like the sheriff. Would be one thing that like Bill and Will's brother and Will's mother would be absolutely well and fully aware of. And I'm also definitely Will's brother might have head off to get Lonnie perfectly while even having already told that to like his mother as well is definitely my personal friendship. It would be definitely for them to like not have like the sheriff waste precious time and this precious time where it would be searching for like a will in like that particular place of talking. It's definitely my personal ambition. So that would be like my personal ambition that would be that extreme confidence that like both Will's brother and Will's mother would be having that basically Lonnie would have absolutely nothing to do at all with like Will disappearance solely due to like Lonnie being so extremely irresponsible and like that like Lonnie would be like the least interested in like Will. It's definitely my personal ambition. So like definitely the scenario that I'm working right now is definitely for Will's brother like on reaching Lonnie's place and like on speaking with Lonnie itself like I'm putting like Lonnie totally like making fun of like Will in front of like Will's brother like I'm putting like Lonnie like totally making fun of Will and basically joking about Will and about the putting like that would totally extremely trigger for Will's brother and I'm also bring Will's brother like totally taking a fight with uh like fighting or like when attacking like Lonnie and Lonnie would have triggered for Will's brother to that extreme like the scenario that I'm also bring. So like I'm also bring like Will's brother like totally attacking Lonnie and basically then like Lonnie like even fighting back and then those bring for Will's brother to take a lot of injuries and then those bring like Lonnie being at that point being adamant about like him not even caring about Will at all and like him that and then also bring Lonnie telling Will's brother like he's never going to like show up to Hawkins at all. It's like the scenario that I'm about to bring. So like I'm about to bring at that point like for Will's brother like extremely disappointed and sad would be like returning back to Hawkins. It's definitely my first pick. It's like the scenario that I'm about to bring. And I'm definitely prepping for like the sheriff then to basically head off to like the precise place of Hawkins, like the scenario that I'm about to bring. Maybe I'm about to bring like the sheriff like the next time the sheriff will be showing up to like Will's home, like basically at that point like the sheriff noticing like all the injuries on like Will's brother's face like and I'm about to bring that's like scenario that I'm about to bring face and body and I'm about to bring like the sheriff straight away being able to tell that basically Will's brother by himself had gone to like had tried to like basically get Lonnie, bring Lonnie and like it might have definitely been Lonnie that might have hurt Will's brother. So like I'm about to bring by asking like I'm about to bring like at that point like the sheriff like would be most likely not definitely noticing like all the injuries on Will's brother and basically the sheriff could be asking Will's brother like what happened and I'm about to bring like Will's brother for Will's brother like totally lying up and basically making some sort of like a lie up and I'm about to bring it would be far too obvious for the sheriff as to like the culprit being precisely Lonnie. So like at that point I'm about to bring like the sheriff being extremely enraged and I'm about to bring without even saying a word like the sheriff might have initially like thought of like delaying basically uh, heading off to Lonnie and ask questioning Lonnie like the sheriff might have like planned on like delaying it to like 1 or 2 days like but like I'm considering this like the scenario being like sheriff like noticing all the injuries of like Lynch's brother and the sheriff being like extremely enraged that without even saying a single word like at that point itself I'm considering the sheriff like taking his car and basically like straight away heading off leaving Hawkins and straight away heading off to like Lonnie's and I'm considering like to where Lonnie would be, and I'm offering the sheriff straight away, like putting Lonnie in his like place, and like I'm offering like the sheriff like seriously interrogating like Lonnie, and I'm offering like totally like crushing Lonnie's ego and like totally putting Lonnie in his like place, and like it would be only after that like I'm offering like the sheriff would be even returning from like the home of Lonnie. Definitely like the scenario that I was offering and my person like definitely not very interesting right now with like Dr. Planet showing up with like his science team like basically two like with home precisely when like his mother and his brother is like away like I'm whispering and I'm whispering like they might have no like code up to like Will's home while being aware of it to certainly might have been like they might like just like short decided to like basically like surf around Will's home with like them being like absolutely prepared to like take the life of like Vince anyone if anyone even saw that it's also definitely maybe my person to emerge. So like that would be how fearless like Dr. Planet and his like science speak would be like it's like definitely my person to emerge. So like I'm preparing um, right now for like Planet and team to like precisely find that precise like where like precisely the sheriff had heard that rustling kind of sound in like one corner of like that shed on Will's home. Like I'm preparing there like right now I'm preparing like Planet team like totally one of them like detecting some sort of like presence and I'm preparing let them move things around and I'm considering what they might be finding would be like hatched alien eggs. It's definitely my personal impression. Like it would be perfectly hatched when they would be finding it. Friends and crew would be finding it. It's like the scenarios that I'm considering. And my personal impression. So like with that, like I'm considering like Brennan and team totally deciding to like find up like their whole uh, investigation around like Bill's home and I'm considering then for like and I'm considering definitely for like Brent and team totally finding like that precise like phone like basically get electrocuted and damaged phone as well like France will be like totally fighting that as well. So like I'm also that Brent and team like totally winding up their stuff and leaving and I'm also precisely as Brent and team will be like leaving in their vehicle like at that point I'm also to be precisely and coincidentally when like precisely like Will's mother would be like returning back to home. That's definitely the scenario that I'm looking for. So like at that point, like Will's mother and both they precisely notice this like suspicious vehicle like driving out of like their home from a distance. Like the scenario that I'm considering. And at that point I'm considering her to like totally do her absolute best to like chase after that vehicle, but like I'm considering her not being able to not being able to like her vehicle not being fast enough or like her not being able to like get close to like the vehicle of like Brian and crew and that way like her not being able to like see the license plate for like only the only thing she would be able to like she would be able to find out would be just like the vehicle color that suspicious like vehicle which would be like the vehicle of Brent and crew that had shown up to like their home like basically the color of that vehicle and like the model of that vehicle would be like the only information that Bill's mother would be able to uh, like get from that whole chase. It's like the scenario that I'm just thinking before like a Brent and team and their vehicle will be getting away. It's like the scenario that I'm just thinking. And my person understands her totally straight away like calling like the sheriff and revealing this to like the sheriff is like the scenario that I'm just thinking. So like at that point I'm also prepping and at that point I'm definitely prepping lecture to take that phone call from like I'm reporting from like Bill's mother seriously. But like I'm also prepping like definitely that very same model car where like friends and team would have showed up to like Bill's home like that very same model car will be like way too many in number in that very town, especially my consideration. So like especially with like with mother not being able to like find like the number plate not being able to like see the number plate like I'm also bring so like I'm also bring like the search to precisely find out who it was that showed up secretly to like Bill's home that I'm supposed to bring the sheriff to like staff up that search. That's definitely my possibility. But like I'm supposed to bring like the sheriff will not be able to like in those the sheriff would be like pro when it's not that like the sheriff will be like knowing like the model of the vehicle and like the color of it, the vehicle still like the same very same model. Certainly because my personal impression that like the very vehicles with like the very same model and color would be like great number in that town of Hawkins. So like I'm supposed to bring it totally taking a while for like before like a while and like maybe like a bunch of days like before a bunch of maybe great number of days before like uh, and especially since there are no CCTV, it's like the time period is like a time when there are no CCTVs as well. And this is what I think. So like I'm preparing because of this, all these reasons, like I'm preparing it taking a while before like the sheriff will be able to like pinpoint as to like that pinpoint and find that right exact vehicle that had showed up to like Will's home in secret and they leave that way eventually like the sheriff eventually being able to like get towards like Dr. Planet and his science team and their energy laboratory and all that. And basically eventually like the sheriff having that actual suspicion towards like them being like them having to like Burnett and his like science team having something to do with like the disappearance of the like an eventual scenario that I'm preparing and my preparing. Yet like I'm preparing like even then like it would be still only like a suspicion like the like was from the sheriff to not be able, like find any sort of like solid evidence and the sheriff to still be on the dark when it comes to like the culprit like the actual culprit being like an alien. It's also definitely my personal impression like at that point like sheriff would only be having evidence as to like or like a hunch or like a suspicion as to like these Brian and his like science lab and his like team having like some sort of like a connection to like the possibility of like their science lab having some sort of a connection to the disappearance of Bill was definitely my personal impression. Also, like even though according to my personal impression and the working definitely by the time precisely Bill's mother would be like returning back like her to like totally see this like Brian and team like vehicle driving out of her home like I'm and through her report, like the sheriff as well, finding out about the suspicious vehicle, like basically leaving like Will's mother's home and all that. Like I'm considering like after a year of that, after like Will's mother would be reporting that the sheriff, I'm considering him to like straight away also like totally short to like Will's home and to an even more thorough search all across like Will's home at that point. It's definitely my around like around and inside and around like Will's home once again it's definitely my thought the reimbursement because like at that point like the sheriff would be extremely suspicious as for like suspicious as well like I'm considering like but like I'm considering at that in that trust like I'm considering definitely for what the sheriff would be precisely noticing would be like that precise shed like the thing in that precise shed being like moved around a lot. It's definitely my thought the reimbursement. Totally in like different place from like the last time in like from the last time like the sheriff had such that surprise threat and so like I'm about to bring like the sheriff even asking like his mother that like as if like whether she spent any time within that shed or did anything within that shed within like the last day or anything and I'm about to bring like the Bill's mother like revealing to the sheriff that she didn't even enter into like that shed at all. So like at that point I'm about to bring definitely the suspicion arising with within like the sheriff connecting to the shed and at that point I'm remembering the sheriff even remembering that whole rustling kind of sound that he had heard from that first shed the initial time that he had basically searched around like Will's home and that shed like it's definitely my personal impression so like but like I'm remembering like it would be like still Temple District the sheriff should thought and Will's mother to totally be out of like the facility because Temple District after like the Renatan team would be like searching around like the Will's home and like the shed and everything like at that point Temple District like them to totally most likely find like the hash within like in like one corner of like that shed and but like Temple bring them to totally before like Brennan team would be like leaving like being so members to bring them to like get rid of all those evidence like them to totally clear out all those hashtags and all that like this and to totally clean up all that evidence before like Will's mother and like the sheriff would eventually be showing up like the scenario that I was giving. That way like the sheriff even though the sheriff would be like totally be having like the info at that point would be at that point realizing that basically whoever it was that showed up to like Will's home they basically have in fact done something specifically in that precise shed would be like this misinformation, even though like definitely those bring the sheriff to be able to like find out at that point, like basically my person to remember. So like definitely my person to question right now for like Brennan even saying extraordinary about his findings in that shed, but not the first shed of like Will's home, like I'm just bring the extraordinary part would might have to do with like him being even Brian being like totally extremely shocked with like the extreme pace and speed in which like the villainous like alien that escaped, like, and I'm also bringing like the specifically to my programmers there were two aliens might have escaped that very night from like the laboratories that made my program, which is like the day the scientists had disappeared from like the laboratory. So definitely my those damage, and one would be like the precise good alien, the number 11 alien, and like the other would be like the villain's alien. And it would be precisely the villain's alien that would be going around laying eggs. So definitely my those damage. So like, but like I'm about to bring like, Brent might not have any idea as to like which, maybe like Brent might be right now totally think that like both aliens are like, basically culprits behind like the disappearance of all the people, and basically both aliens might be going around and like X would be along the lines like Brennan and the science team would be navy assuming it's also definitely members in the membership. So like as for like Brennan right now even saying like extraordinary like seeing like through his like finding in that fresh shirt also Brennan it might have to do with like Brennan like on seeing that finding like Brennan totally maybe realizing that like the eggs have already been hatched. So like the extreme pace and speed in which like that villainous alien is like going around hatching eggs, going around like laying eggs, and like the extreme speed and pace in which like those eggs are hatching and like the aliens are escaping out of those hatched eggs, like basically this would be what like right now would be like intimidating to maybe the event of planet, which he would be like which would be like the reason for like him maybe even saying just a single word extraordinary. Secondly, my personal impression, like my personal impression right now is that like even though Brent said the word extraordinary, and maybe Brent might be fearing right now like the possibility of like basically things totally going out of control of like Brent and crew. It's definitely my personal impression. So like Brian might have definitely had that extreme overconfidence precisely because like I'm considering like this lab energy experiments in like the laboratory might have been going on for like a long for like a great number of years in like the past. Definitely my personal impression. And that in through one of those experiments, like one of like this one of another alien might have escaped in the past exactly like in a similar scenario, and it might be perfectly during that escape of that alien that I'm still thinking to my person to the impression that like the sheriff's daughter, like I think her name is Sarah, had might have been perfectly taken the life of by that said alien. Definitely my person to the impression. So like back then, like Brian it might have been perfectly Brian, the very same Brian and his like science team that might have been able to like successfully capture that perfect alien. It's definitely my person to the impression. Like but like I'm also and then that alien might have maybe died. It's also definitely as part of the experiment. It's also definitely my person theory and prediction. So maybe like Brennan might have had this like extreme power confidence from his like experience of like the fully capturing an alien escaping in like the past. Might be like the might be an awesome he might have had like right now. Definitely my person theory and prediction until he saw this like shed of shed of like where in at like Will's home, and basically then for him to say extraordinary maybe like it might be like him totally genuinely feeling as if like this time like things might not go as smoothly as for friends and his team as last time, and maybe things are right now going out of control would be like what friends will be right now thinking. It's also definitely my person to understand. Okay, so like definitely the person right now was like the girl being like Brennan thought like and the difference so like what Brennan the precise experiment like Brennan might be doing in his like energy science laboratory would be like precisely creating superhumans precisely because of that girl who is like Brent's sort like possessing like superhuman powers like super definitely like it might have been like Brent's experiment might be to like create like superhuman like uh, it's definitely my personal dream. Turn humans into superhuman. Might be his experiment. It's definitely my personal dream. And so, like, Brenner's daughter's name even being like number 11. I'm considering that might have to do with like, there might have been like, in like the past, there might have been like, 10 subjects being 10 people might have been victim to this experiments of villainous experiments of Uranus, and Amber did up interpreting like one among those victims and subjects might have been precisely Sarah, like the daughter of like the sheriff that my person Raymond. So like I'm also thinking maybe Sarah might have totally gotten abducted at some point by Frank and his team and might have like so like I'm considering before like the sheriff might have found like the found out that his like found out like the body of his like daughter like before that I'm considering like his daughter sheriff's daughter might have gone missing for a few days definitely my perspective and at that point I'm considering like the uh, Frank and team might have like maybe it might have been at like one point in like the past when like Sarah uh, might have totally maybe it might have been when like Sarah might maybe was living along with like the sheriff. That might be when like maybe Sarah might have gotten abducted secretly abducted by Brennan and like science team is like one person that I'm like or like I'm about to bring Sarah might have grew up in like the city along with her mother and I'm about to bring maybe that might not be a lie that like the sheriff had told to the teacher and maybe like Sarah might have grew up with her like mother in like the situation actually because of like Sarah being like extremely intelligent so like I'm considering so like she might have her mother might have decided to like take Sarah to the city and I'm considering there might have even been like a quarrel between like the sheriff and like his wife about like Sarah maybe like the sheriff might have wanted Sarah to like stay in like the Hawkins like town while like his wife might have wanted for like Sarah to like basically stay in the city. It's definitely also my person to be ambitious. So maybe like that might have such a scenario might have happened. So like I'm also thinking maybe it might have been at some point when Sarah might have decided to like pay a visit to her father, like the sheriff, into and might have showed up to Hawkins. Like maybe it might be at that point that basically while Sarah might have been like casually traveling around like Hawkins, like at that by herself. At that point, I'm just thinking like maybe like it might have been like the middle of the night and like Planet and his like science team might have abducted Sarah at that point. It was definitely my cousin James and might have made a test subject and might have performed the superhuman experiments and basically Sarah like that experiment might have been like ended up a failure and the failure might have failure of the experiment might have resulted in like Sarah's death. It's definitely my cousin James. So like I'm considering when so like until that point, like Sarah might have been gone missing for like a few days. So like I'm considering like the sheriff might have been frantically searching for his daughter, and I'm considering once like the sheriff finally found Sarah, like I'm considering at that point I'm considering the sheriff might have totally thought that like she might have gotten Sarah might have gotten attacked in like the forest by some wild animal or something, and that was like the cause of like Sarah that like basically like in kind of like a similar manner like Planet and his team might have only framed Sarah's death into making it seem appear as if like it was like a it was like an accidental death in like the wild or something. It's definitely my personal dream. So like this is my personal dream. So like I'm thinking like the daughter of friends might be like the 11th test subject for like the super humans like experiment. This is definitely my personal dream. So like the first 10 test subjects might have totally died as part of like the experiment being a failure. Is definitely my personal dream prediction. So um, so like friends, the daughter might be like the 11th. 11 experiment test subject that might have been like the finally like the only test subject to like succeed is definitely my question framework. So like I'm preparing maybe it might have been precisely when my question theory and prediction parents still taking on so steadily well like it might have been precisely through like energy focus that like maybe like front and his team might have basically brought like even in like the past two like the human world is definitely my question framework. So like I'm preparing straight away and everyone and team might precisely find the closing of like the portal and everything in such a manner that basically not too many aliens might enter into like the human world and all that. It's definitely my preference. So like I'm preferring like in kind of like a similar manner, like maybe one of like the alien, that villain of alien might have entered into like the human world. And at that point I was preferring even though for instance like even though Brent might have definitely been absent during that time, I'm also preferring still the science team might have that might have been present in that laboratory might have been might have done already done all the preparation to like precisely capture the alien as soon as it would be entering into like the laboratory through the portal. But like I'm also bringing the preparation wasn't enough for like the physical strength of like the alien that I'm also bring strength and speed of like that alien that I'm also bring like the alien might have successfully escaped captivity and I'm also bring that might have resulted in like the alien causing a lot of destruction within like the laboratory and I'm also bring even that time I'm also bring like Brandon's thought might have been like certainly being made to do more experiments and all that. Like so, like as part of that, like Brent's daughter might have been like in like an imprisoned like state in somewhere in like the laboratory. So like maybe it might have been precisely due to like the alien like escaping activity and creating a lot of destruction within like the laboratory might have caused like basically might have caused like the scientists that might have been present there. Maybe it might have more than a single head scientist might have disappeared as part of like that alien's powers, and basically maybe like the aliens might have maybe wrecked and destroyed like the science laboratory to a certain extent, and that destruction might have caused like this like lock and cage lock room of like the door of like planet to get unlocked, and that might be how like Pranav's daughter might have escaped. So certainly might be the reimpression that might be how Planet Thought might have escaped like lab step development. And I'm wondering, even right now, like Planet would be like there will be like two tasks for like Planet. It would be to like both capture Planet's daughter as well as like the alien villainous alien that have escaped like the lab of Planet and is like basically laying all those especially members into the impression. So like the flavor of the ambition right now as for like Brand's daughter, like the number 11 girl, like her straight away recognizing like Will from like the photos of Will Lamb, it would probably have to do with like her most likely having witnessed like the abduction and disappearance of like Will by that villainous alien, especially my friend. So like I'm wondering what might have happened would be like the villainous alien like on escaping like ambassador, it might have created all the destruction in like the energy laboratory, and that might have resulted in like Brand's daughter being able to like escape. And so like ambassador when like that villainous alien escape like the laboratory, ambassador like Brand's daughter as well might have seen this as like the ultimate chance to like escape from that prison like laboratory. So like at that point. Brand's daughter as well might have only ran outside, and ambassador like Brand's daughter like having all sorts of like unique from all the experimentations that might have done so far. Like I'm considering Stod right now would be having like all sorts of like unique super natural and superhuman powers, and she would be able to like even have the power to like move quickly as well. It's definitely my business limit. So like I'm considering that way, like she might have only chased after like the villainous alien, and I'm considering that way she might have precisely seen like eventually chased after the villainous alien and made it all the might have made it all the way to like where like Will had basically seen like the alien and basically she might have only like precisely chased after like the villain's alien as like it might have been it chased after like Will, and precisely when like the villain's alien had basically either she might have seen like the villain's alien chasing after Will, or like she might have seen all the way to like she might have like the friend's daughter might have made it all the way to like Will's home at that night, and might have stealthily might have witnessed like Will disappear by that precise villain's alien from that precise ship. It's definitely my personal impression. Like my personal impression that like the villain's alien like basically abducting Will and making Will disappear from that shed. Like basically maybe like witnessing that like might have totally scare like the poor number 11 girl. It's definitely my personal impression that like she might have totally ran away into that whole forest right next to like Will's home. So definitely my personal impression. That might have been what might have happened. It's definitely my personal impression. So like I'm considering it might be from that forest like when she made it out of like that forest, she might have certainly seen that like, hotel or restaurant, and that might be how she might have ended up into that restaurant, and like that way like things spiraling in, and I'm considering like she might have like especially even after like entering into that restaurant and having like Brennet and his like team showing up to that restaurant trying to like capture her, like at that point when she ran away from that restaurant, like I'm considering at that point like that number 11 girl might have been totally extremely afraid to like explore areas that she haven't been to, It's definitely my person friend. Precisely because like it was like precisely when she might have because like it was part of like her exploring areas that she haven't been so that she might have totally ended up in that precise hotel. It's definitely my point memory. So like I'm considering from that point on, like I'm considering she might have totally decided to like go back to run off to like places that she and hide at places that she has already been to. It's definitely maybe my person dilemma. So like that might be the precise and sole reason for like maybe the daughter of Renet like eventually precisely after running off from that precise hotel that her precisely deciding to like run off to location that she has precisely been to. And that way her precisely running off and making it to that precise forest location where like basically initially Bill had basically ran off from that precise ran off from that precise villain opinion is definitely my personal impression. So like that would be how like they are exactly like Mike and his friends might have seen that the number 11 girl is not from brand is definitely my personal impression. So like their scene might not. So my personal impression right now is that basically they are like in that precise form where we had disappear like the number 11 girl like her she might have not been even searching for Bill at all like or her even showing up to that precise location might have had absolutely nothing to do with like Will's disappearance is definitely my will like disappearing precisely around that area is definitely my personal energy. It might totally and solely have to do with like her deciding to like go up to and maybe hide at locations that she has already been to. Definitely my personal theory I'm right. So like I'm considering like she would be afraid because like at new places like I'm considering to places as for like exploring places that she haven't been to under the spring, she might be like totally afraid of like internet and his like scene possibly being present there. So like might be the process maybe there would be like the process reaching for like her basically deciding to like run off and to that process location of like that forest where Bill had disappeared and that we are running into Mike and his friends. It's definitely what might have happened is definitely my personal answer.